You want to start the show?
I always start.
You want to start it now?
All right.
We're live. Would you like to start the show?
Are we live now?
Yes. Oh my God.
I got to work the TV and do this?
All you had to do was put the TV on mute.
Ridiculous.
Welcome to Just Say Fuk It. I'm your host, BLK Pepper Potts. I don't usually start the show. Somehow, someone didn't know that we were starting the show, even though I said, yeah, I'm about to go live right now. And
Anyway.
somehow it's a surprise.
Anyway, let me tell y'all about what's really going on here. It's my show. It's the Maserati show again. I want to reiterate this. Y'all all understand. I don't know why she keep putting this stuff at the bottom here like it's not my show. But this is a Maserati show. We should have like some theme music. Like something like Gary Shannon. I would say that. We always need like the Gary Shannon. It's the Maserati show.
No, I don't think that
Maserati show.
Don't you
think
didn't
that's
say
good
that, but yeah, we do need some music. You know,
hey, special guest. Don't you think that the Maserati show music is a great idea?
Hey man, my business to count my blessings.
Okay. So, given what you saw, who did all the ripping and running around, whose name do you think all the stress, all the oh my gods, all the cuss words, all the why don't I have gray hairs? I'm just saying, I think it should be me. I just can't.
All the gray hairs. Well, I mean,
all the gray hairs coming. I actually don't have any gray hairs, but I can feel them developing.
That's a lie.
All right, so I had like one hair and like one ear, but my gray hairs are like white. They aren't gray. They're like polar bear hair. You know, polar bear hair is actually translucent. It's not white. It's like clear. Yeah, like whatever. All right, so we're also joined by a guest today. Would you like to introduce your guest? This was an on Miles guest today.
I guess so. Since we're talking about fucking bears.
Well,
it's a fucking
it applied. It wasn't
nature
like
channel.
Shout out to David Attenborough.
K. Smith of For Your Fries.
How you doing? How y'all doing? K. Smith, owner and founder of For Your Fries Only.
All right, tell them about yourself, man. Tell them how you got started.
You gotta interview. Come on, host. This your show. What are you talking about?
Listen, why fries?
I can't really cook for real.
So, can't really cook for real?
Nah, I can't. Like, I'm gonna tell the truth. I can't cook. Like, it's mad simple, you know. And because it was mad simple, it was something I knew how to cook. Because I really can't cook for real, for real.
I mean, I think there's a lot of celebrities out there that would disagree.
No, I can cook fries. But I'm saying when it comes to, you know, somebody comes over like, you know, I want you to make such and such for me. Yeah, no, it's not happening.
Yeah, like you're not master chef.
Yeah, I'm not.
You do what you do well.
I hate people say, oh, that's Chef K. No, I'm not. I'm K. Smith. I just happen to make fries.
Yeah, but the stuff that goes on the fries, that's got to be cooked too.
Wait. So I'm a hop in here. Describe For Your Fries Only for anyone that's never had For Your Fries Only.
We are a loaded fries restaurant that literally does all types of loaded fries, from chicken, shrimp, steak, pepperoni, macaroni and cheese. I was about to add the lobster, the crab. You know, we just do all types of loaded fries.
Y'all got vegan?
We do have vegan options as well. We have the Impossible meat. And we have the Impossible chicken.
Okay, those are good options.
Yeah,
those are good options. Because I don't eat. I still eat seafood. I don't. What is it? Pescatarian?
Yeah, she's a pedestrian.
It's like a regular religion to me when I say that versus what type of food I eat.
I never switched to pedestrian.
Well, you know, some people want to continue to. You know what though? I'm not that type to try to convince people not to. I just try to get people to cut back on eating so much meat.
I don't eat beef or pork, so I eat chicken, turkey, and
Yeah, I'll let all of that go.
And I can't let my chicken.
So how long has For Your Fries Only been around?
About 18, 19 months. I started at the house about back in 2020 of October, and it was up from there. Like it was a struggle at first. I was with my ex-girlfriend, and you know I was doing it out of her crib, and then we ended up going our separate ways in a sense. For a little bit anyways. You know how that goes. Toxic stuff. And
pack the fries and go.
Pack up your potatoes and get up out of here. So then I ended up actually going to my
aunt. Now
I went to my aunt's crib, you know, and I was doing it out of her crib. She had a big kitchen too, you know, across town, and we were literally serving celebrities like out the house, like Country Wayne was out the house, Money Man was out the house, Sada Baby was out the house, and you know, people just started catching on. Like they thought it was a fad at first. They're like, oh, you know, that's not gonna be around for a while. It's not gonna be around for a while. And one celebrity after another.
Yeah, never doubt people like that.
For sure. You know, I left from there, went to a bar. Left there, went to another bar. Was there for about 6 months. Got my first location. You know, business things didn't work out with that, and now we're, you know, going in the direction of virtual kitchens. So, yeah.
What's a virtual kitchen?
Virtual kitchen is a restaurant inside of a restaurant. So, the biggest one right now is a brand called Mr. Beast Burger. It's a restaurant that has over 300 locations. We've never seen any of them because they're inside of different restaurants. So, it's one inside of a spot at Pinecrest. It's one in Lakewood, one in Menor, one in, you know, Willoughby, you know. And people just, like, I guess with them, they're teaming up with a franchise company, and they call these restaurants and say, hey, would you like to put, you know, Mr. Beast Burger in your location? You just got to pay for the food. There's no upfront cost. So seeing that, I'm like, man, we don't do that in the black community.
Right, why not me?
Yeah, why not me? You know, we got a very simple concept: fries, cheese, sauce, meats. Mad simple. I can call a bunch of restaurants and say, hey, you want to put us in your restaurant? So, you know, that's what we're working on now, man. Instead of competing to open up a bunch of restaurants, like a lot of these guys, man, they want to be able to say, oh, I opened up this many. I ain't trying to do all that. I could open up 10 off of just signing one contract saying, hey, we want to be in your restaurant.
Yeah.
You want to do it. So if they have 10 locations, I just opened up 10 for your fries only off of one signing of a contract. So
yeah, and then they do all the work.
They do all the work. Oh yeah, that's another thing.
As far as any restaurant goes,
the restaurant that we go inside of, they do all the work. Their staff does everything. They buy the food and everything. But that's why they get 70%. And honestly, in the black community, that's the hardest part of trying to get people to understand. You get majority of the percentage because you're doing majority of the work. But when it's all said and done, if you make $20,000 extra, you already got the food there anyway. You already got the staff there anyway. You're paying them.
You don't have to deal
you're
with
not
the
dealing
restaurant.
with like you just you made
you have a dope product.
You got what? Yeah. $17, something like that. I don't know. It's something crazy. Some type of number that I'm only, you know, let me do the math on that.
So while you do that, where would your ideal location be?
I would get $6,000. They would get $14,000. If we did $20,000 in a month, they would get $14,000. Extra money because you already got the food there anyway. Staff is there. Come to work every day. Yeah.
So where's your ideal location to have it? Like you were saying, there's Mr. Beast here. Where would you want to be?
Inside of spots that have large chains already. So like off camera we were talking. I'm actually working on a deal. I'm gonna say it with Happy's Pizza.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm gonna say
I had it in my head. Don't say it.
It's cool. I'm gonna say it. But you know, I'm working on a deal with them.
Okay.
You know, they have about 60 locations.
Okay.
You know, so with them being in the inner city and with us being known in the inner city, I felt like it was a good collaboration to work with them. You know, it's a couple other local spots here in the city that may only have 1 or 2 locations, but you know, I'm willing to work with anybody who you know, unless Happy Pizza comes and says, "Hey, we want this exclusively in here." You know, now we're talking a different. That was
another question. You know? Are you doing exclusive deals?
Like if they said
you got this, but sell this somebody else.
If they said we want it in here, you can't put it anywhere else.
That's a fee.
Now it's a fee. Now it's not a percentage anymore. You still get the percentage, but you also got to pay me a royalty fee every month.
A lot for me not to go anywhere else.
Not to go anywhere else.
Yeah, I do like a limited contract with that though.
6 months a year, something like that. Yeah.
Damn near.
And see, that's another thing too. Like with the virtual concept, if we just do the virtual concept, the contract just states that you get 70%, I get 30, or 38. I'm sorry, 62, 38. But there's no time frame on it. So if you say after a month, hey, I don't want to do this anymore, you got to tell me 3 days in advance. We'll come get our tablet out of there, and we out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what you should do, man. Get you a little Bible, a little suit, go to Chick-fil-A. Niggas love Chick-fil-A.
I'm not trying to work there, man. They wouldn't hire me.
They wouldn't hire you.
Mm-mm. I wanted to go in there and market for them. Just to say I did it, because I wanted to learn from Chick-fil-A. And that's probably where I messed up, because I told them
See,
that I wanted to work for them.
Cannot do your secret villain plan.
Yeah, no, try to be real.
Don't reveal that. They always do that on the movies too.
Yeah. Well, you got away with it too if it wasn't for you or your.
Don't be real. I don't know if you ever seen that McDonald's movie. Don't be real. Be fake. Chase the money.
That's what's up, though. You said you started it in 2020, and there's just so much change, and it's interesting that it's even referred to as a virtual kitchen because so many things are virtual now. It was heavy for it to use like DoorDash and virtually order our food and have it delivered.
And it's crazy because I'm gonna just be honest. Like when it comes to us as Black people, and this is not a dog and Black people show, but I'm gonna just say it. I'm not gonna be that dude that's gonna just be over here. But what I'm gonna say is this: we are uneducated when it comes to certain things. Here it is. DoorDash, you'll allow them to come in and take 30%, off of your sales to put you on their platform. I come in and say, I'll give you 70%, and you give me 30%. This nigga's tripping.
Yeah.
You trying to scam me. You got me working for you.
Yeah.
Bro, the white man just came in here and said, put his tablet in here and I'll give you 70, I'll give you whatever percentage, but you got to give me 30%. So you get 70% from him. Jay-Z said it in one of his freestyles one day. He said the only one you hating on look the same as you. I was like, damn, that's true. Like, if I was white and I walked in here and said, man, I'll give y'all 70%. Give me 30. Oh, where did we sign? Me?
They know a deal when they hear one, but like you said, we lack a lot of education and things like that. We do tend to be more of the crab in the barrel race as a race. So it's unfortunate that we're that way, because even for me, like my best example was in 2020 of us being uneducated when the stock market crashed. And I was trying to learn about the stock market because I'm like, these prices kind of low. Maybe I'll buy some stock. And when I instantly realized I didn't know anyone to ask like simple questions about. No one could tell me anything about stock. And the couple people that I did come across that actually do stock, they never talk about it. And I'm like, yo, why don't you post this instead
they don't
of the
want
bullshit?
They don't want to inform you. If I inform you now, you're gonna be where I am.
There it is that. I absolutely agree 100%. And then on the other side, when you post certain things, people don't care.
Yeah.
So there's I'm not telling you to get where I can be, and sometimes it's the people that want to tell you, but and they just like for what?
But you never know who you're inspiring either, though. Like,
facts. Yeah,
I don't post because of the fact I'm popular or any of that. Like, yeah, people know I own this restaurant, but I'm so laid back and chill about it. Like when people ask me, like, what do you do? I cook. So it's not that, but you never know who you're inspiring when you talk to somebody. So when you post something,
yeah.
But we in a real negative space though. So even if you do post something and try to help somebody will say something crazy. Like you could help somebody. Man. Like you could know about stocks and you could say, man, I done made $300,000 investing in stocks.
Oh, they gonna listen to that.
Some will, and it's gonna be
listen to how much you make some money.
It's gonna be somebody on there that's gonna be like, it's gonna be somebody that's gonna shut your shit down and be like, no, that ain't what you. That's stupid. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot to make. And if you had to say like $100, then you might. Like, you say $300K, people gonna be on your ass.
My cousin Pookie, he invested $100 and he ain't make it. He ain't make $300,000, so he lying about making. That's just how we are. Man.
Yeah, I mean, I made my little bit, but I only had a little bit to invest.
Somebody can tell you stupid.
I didn't lose anything.
Yeah, somebody tell you wrong, you stupid.
You gotta not care. You gotta not care though. You gotta not care. Like even for us doing this show, like you gotta already have tough skin. First of all, depending on how far you're trying to go. Now, if you're trying to teach people about stock and you know what you're talking about, don't care what people. Let them bump your comments. And just simply not be worried about it.
I mean, you don't be worried, but sometimes you be like, shit, fuck it.
Right.
I'm not even about to.
Oh.
If you want to know, come and ask me. I'll tell you on that individual.
Ask and you don't talk about it. Because I
Post
made
up,
a post. See?
Make a post, and then I'll be like, hey, look, I know about stocks.
That don't always work, though. I might not even see the post right away. You might not.
But you know what I like the fact that with my brand, people will ask me questions. How do you brand? How do you market? You know, and obviously I pay for that. I mean, you got to pay for that, but I will give you something. Like if I feel like I'm wasting my time, though, I just won't talk anymore. Like, it's some people seriously. Like it's some people that all they want to know is how do you get celebrities. It's like it's more to branding and marketing than just celebrity placement. That's one of the parts. I created my own freaking For Your Family cartoon character. Like, you know, we got a cartoon for him now, and you know, different things like that. Like, I'm looking at everything that Ronald McDonald and McDonald's is doing, and
smart
going that route. You know,
it's smart, and it's funny you said that because you know what I realized? McDonald's is the only one that did not change their fries. Burger King changed their fries. When you know what? I think Riley's might have the same fries. And his Barbies the same.
They got the same fries, but they got a variety now. You can crinkle fries.
Yeah, that's true.
Wendy's definitely changed theirs.
I wish they go back to the yellow box. The ones that,
the
whichever ones that were, man, the yellow box French fries was awesome with the chocolate frosting.
Yes.
You dip your fries in the
I sure do. Always have. It's awesome.
That's another thing that's crazy. You know, we do what's called two-faced fries, which is the ice cream on the fries. People were like, man, that's stupid. Why would you do that? Yeah, white man come around and tell y'all to put the fries.
See, that was the catch.
With the ice cream. Oh, it's a genius.
Yeah, but Wendy's didn't. I think people just did that with Wendy's. Like Wendy's still does it.
I mean, they may not market it, but I feel like
they know it happens. I wonder why they haven't grabbed a hold of use our fries with a frosty. Come to think of it,
I don't feel it'd be like difficult.
Why?
Like, what you do? Just dump some fries and fry the frosty in.
I scoop it with the fries.
I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? How they gonna serve it? How would they gonna serve it?
Oh, but I'm saying they never like advertise them as like
as a meal together.
Right. They've never said, hey, get these two things together in any way, shape, or form.
We actually did.
Weird. Yeah, that's just something people get together and buy. The people
you'll be the next chicken and waffles. You'll be bigger than Roscoe.
Hey man.
Well, he knows how they put them together because he just said that's what they did. So how did yours come together?
Put the fries in the basket first, and you put this caramel, ice cream, caramel, more caramel, sea salt. That's all that.
That sounds good. See, I love potatoes in many ways, shape, or form.
For sure.
You can put anything on there but meat. I'm probably going to go ahead and enjoy that. Well, we did discuss like a lot of our. I don't know. Somebody didn't have topics today. I'm just gonna blame him. But since
I got plenty of topics.
Oh,
I just had
a shut up.
I just had a fucking kidney stone. I was in the fucking emergency room for all day on goddamn. What was that, Monday?
On Memorial Day?
No, it was Tuesday.
I messaged you on Memorial Day.
It was
so I hope not.
It was Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday.
Well, welcome to the health part of this discussion. So what happened?
I had a kidney stone. I woke up in pain. I thought I slept wrong and shit.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm laughing at him because he's earned it.
So, you know, first off, I go to the emergency room. Before, I don't know what happened during COVID. You go to the emergency room, you in and out that joint in less than an hour, hour and a half.
Same no more, man.
This month, it was like 4 of us in here. It took them forever to get. I don't know if there's just one doctor in that motherfucker. What was going on? But I was in pain the whole time. I had to have my mama come up here and bring me some Advil. Why do old people always got expired ass aspirin anyway? Like all of her shit was like expired back in like 2019.
Because they don't think it expires.
Huh?
Yeah. It expires. My dad is the same way. He doesn't think it expires.
Man, listen.
I've had to go through his refrigerator and throw stuff out like that.
Listen. That Advil expired in 2019. Now, did it work?
Yeah.
It did. But I took like a double dose of this shit and it killed the pain. And you know what I'm saying? It lasted for a little while. And then, of course, you know, the hospital gave you this shit. They gave me like some opioids. And man, I mean, I still ain't passed the fucking kidney stone and shit. I got the opioids in me, so I'm high as shit. I just can't feel it.
So here's why I laugh. because there was an episode of Euphoria where the Zendaya character, I'm not saying he's dealing with depression,
Right.
but her dealing with depression, she would not get out of bed to use the bathroom. And somebody, well, what was it? Was it a Facebook post or something? I don't know. It was something.
Yeah.
It was like, no, I'm not getting up either. And I'm like, shit. After I seen her go through all that hell, she ended up in the hospital with what?
Look, ask yourself a question.
This is why I laughed at him.
You a guess. Ask yourself this. When you going through the best sleep, right? The best sleep. The best shit ever.
No.
Tell me this. Don't you always have to go get up and pee? You be like, I'm not fucking moving. You sit up there, you be like, man, I'm about to squirm like a little 10-year-old.
I get up. Especially after what? Seeing the episode where they were like, yo, this is what happens when.
You be sleeping,
so this is why
you be laying in bed.
Because I told you.
And I'm like, man, they need to have like a catheter. Like a catheter that, like, they gotta go up in you, like you just attach it to your dick, and that way you just piss, and then just keep laying there.
Yeah. But they told you that on that specific episode, and we discussed this on Facebook, and what happened? What you do? This was like 2 months ago. No, it was maybe 3. But yeah, that's when you get laughed at. This is on you.
What is whole purple
you caused this to yourself.
That ain't how you get damn kidney stones. It's a calcium buildup. It's a calcium buildup, and it's
why
it builds up a stone. Well, it's 5 different reasons why you get kidney stones.
Okay.
Calcium buildup in your kidneys. Your kidneys not functioning properly. Being dehydrated, which I think they did say I was when I got there. I don't know if I was before this.
I thought those took like time though. What's I think 4th and 5th. I think you 3.
No, it's 5 of them. I can't think of what the other 2 is. I'm not a doctor.
I'm going to say not going to the restroom does not help, especially as you get older. That's just.
Everybody would have kidney stones. That's the case.
No, some of us won't because we just kind of got superpowers. Our immunity is the shit. However, you may not be one of those people.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
So are you okay? Now here's the question: what are you doing differently?
What do you mean? What am I doing differently? They have to tell me what the cause of the kidney stone is first.
Right. So are you drinking more water? Are you now using the restroom instead of?
No, they have to tell me why I got the kidney stone. When they tell you the reason, you don't know which one of those reasons is the reason for the kidney stone.
Right, but okay. In lieu of, and while you're waiting for them to tell you exactly why, since we're discussing health, are you doing anything differently?
How can you do something differently? If
no, is the answer to the question.
Like, okay, so let's say it's calcium buildup. What
okay,
should I do differently now?
If it was me, I'd be drinking more water and I'd make sure I use the restroom more often.
I mean, I can only go to the bathroom when I have to go to the bathroom.
Right. So as soon as that hits, I'll be going. But see what I'm saying? When they tell you have a problem, even if you're waiting on them to tell you exactly why, I'm drinking more water and I'm using the restroom more often because I at least know those are 2 things that I probably messed up.
There is no going to the restroom. If you want to go pee, you going to pee. You can't be like, I'm going to go 5 times a day instead of 4 times.
Yeah.
I only have to go 4. I can't go 5.
We'll have an update on the story whenever you get your results. I heard those are very painful to pass also, so good luck with that.
Yeah, I mean,
I heard some really probably like TV, so I guess I can't.
You don't feel shit. They give you a fucking opioid. I still got the fucking opioids over there.
I mean, I guess that kind of depends on your insurance. So you said you had more topics. What's your next topic?
Oh, for the health?
Or whatever.
Oh yeah, summertime is coming up, people. What we need to talk about is this. We need to start working on these summer bodies, even after y'all get these surgeries.
Before summer.
Because, like, some of y'all get these surgeries and y'all just be like, fuck it. Y'all get this ass, y'all get a flat stomach, and y'all be right back out there eating this shit. Some of y'all fucked up already. Y'all got that shit back last year, and y'all already got it.
Yeah, already let it go.
I'm like, look, y'all, you look the same way you did before you got the goddamn surgery. Like, stop getting this goddamn surgery. Just go out, work out, see how your natural body goes. Like, y'all fucking yourself up, and then y'all be like, I can eat what I want to eat now. Like, I know a girl that literally told me, she was like,
why did they do that?
Because they lazy.
unless you like the rich and famous, unless you like Kim Kardashian or Khloe or whichever one of them Kardashians, you can't keep going back for them surgeries. Like, I'm sorry, but I feel like they do. But at the same time, I feel like they still watch what they eat and exercise for real. They surgeries is just like extreme edits.
I had a girl literally tell me, she was like, they have something where it kills the fat cells after you get the surgery. I was like, bitch, it don't work like that.
Lord.
You gotta work out. You can't eat what the fuck you want to eat after you get the surgery.
You can't even eat what you want to eat all the time, even when you do exercise all the time. Like, it don't work like that.
I seen Kim Kardashian. Like, they had the Kim Kardashian, her little thing, and like, she don't have bottled water. She only has box water.
Oh, her refrigerator, basically.
Yeah. She had box water, and it was some other glass
she's very
water.
particular about what she eats. I used to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I know it ain't all the way real, but you can tell. Because even, like, nobody's skin even looks like that consistently. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean,
she still diet. Even Kim Kardashian still diets. That's why I said I think their surgery just be like extreme edits. That's all. I don't think they go in for much. At this point, I don't know, but yeah. And like I see like the shapewear stuff, and I'm like, come on, man, you could just go to the gym. It's okay.
They don't want to do that.
And then you won't even need to wear those. Like, it's literally that simple. But yeah, as far as getting ready for the summer, listen, you're supposed to do that before summer hit. Don't think you're about to lose like 50 pounds in 2 weeks and have like 6-pack abs. It's just not gonna happen. You gotta start. That's why a lot of people have their New Year's resolutions, even though a lot of people fall off. But yeah, you should have started already. But go, hey, you don't have to wait till Monday. You can go now. I won't say that.
Or just watch what you eat. Like, yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, diet is important. It depends on what you want to look like, though. Like, diets, I don't think, for some, it would be enough, but if you actually want, like, muscle definition, you gotta work out.
Well, yeah, if you want muscle, you
like, there's no other way around it. That's what's so crazy. I had just seen something, and people try, like, all these different things, like these creams and these stupid little machines that just so you can sit there and do nothing. And I'm like, yo, it's just not it.
Man, listen. If that's what you want to do and you want to spend all that money, by all means, go do it. But keep it up. It's like, it would be like if I bought these teeth and I was like, you know what? I'm not brushing these bitches because they fake. I'll just go get another set once these motherfuckers turn yellow. Like, after
that would be like, really your breath was stank.
I mean, people be looking at you like, motherfucker, like,
are your teeth fake?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they are fake.
Oh, yeah, that was a real.
Yeah, they are fake. Thank you for exposing me on camera.
Well, that was the old show. Well.
But yeah, I mean, people don't realize, like, you know, it's just really fucking yourself up. And you could die. Like, you keep going on that surgery table.
That's how Kanye mother died, ain't it? Yeah. Like, you know for sure. And then they do, like, the doctors that ain't worth shit neither. Like, don't be, like, if you're going to get the surgery done.
They get their taxes and go to
the
cheapest doctor.
No.
They got to pay for the flight to get there, too.
No.
Yeah, they gotta have that fluid drained out their body too. Like,
it's crazy how many girls you got to sit. It's crazy.
Yeah, honestly, even if I wanted to look like that, I'm too scared to even have surgery to look like that. Like, I'd be mad if I died over that.
How would you die?
Like, did I really just go out like that? Like, damn it. That's not okay for me. So, no. I'm not doing surgery for myself unless it's just going to save my life.
It could be worse.
Nah.
Somebody out there has died slipping in the shower. Hit the head.
That's true, but that's an accident.
Can you imagine?
You didn't sign yourself up for that. You just went to go
take
a shower.
Dead, the shower still hitting your body and shit. You got to explain that. Like, how did Dad die? I mean,
like on Lethal Weapon when they had the bomb strapped to the toilet. Like, that would have been a fucked up way to go. Yeah, I don't want to go out like that either. However, I'd rather go out like that than volunteer myself. Like,
if I die like
that's
that,
the universe was like, yo, it's your time.
Listen,
that's what that is.
Everybody watching, here's my thing. If I die in some crazy way, like I slip in the shower, come, get into here, put a gun in my hand, shoot a couple rounds into the shower and shit, make it like it was a shootout. Don't just have me out here dead for slipping in the goddamn shower on some soap. Please.
Yeah, I really
Please, I got a son. He can't go around and tell his friends I said he died.
I can't think of any way that I care unless, like I said, it's some medium.
Balls just dangling with the soap suds still on.
Right. So what's your next topic? I think that's enough.
Good. Why are we moving through my topic so fast?
I don't know. Actually, we're 30 minutes into the show.
Are we?
Yes. Believe it or not. 30 minutes and about 20 seconds that we were talking.
Man.
Yeah.
We can also talk about some financial shit too, because, well, let's face it, those PPP loans have long dried out.
I wouldn't know.
A lot of y'all niggas out here still out here talking shit and still struggling and don't want to get up and get a goddamn job. How? I want to discuss how people surviving with no jobs. Because people just said, you know what? I found out during a little lockdown, I don't need a job. I can survive without a job. Everybody quit their job. Can't nobody get, like, rallies is literally like, hey, please you work today. Look, if you work today, you get paid tomorrow. Like, rallies is talking about paid
I see the spot said work today, paid today.
We just got 401k now. And you know what? I fucking love it. Because it's so many people that's being treated differently now, like you actually matter to where you're employed. They're not being treated like shit.
And it's sad that it took this for that.
Man. At the same time, to answer your question of where are the people, it's not just the PPP loans. Because I said this when this pandemic started. I said you give people time to think they're going to find something else to do. That's what happened. People, like I said, with the stock investments, I'm sure people made bigger investments than I made, and they don't need to go to work. They're good. I've literally saw people reporting back just from being in
You got a lot of people that started businesses.
And people found other things to do. And it's funny you said that because one of my topics that I was actually about to start when you said you had some was how many jobs are open versus how many people are looking. It's like how many jobs are open versus how many people are looking. Like it's not a whole bunch of people looking compared to how many are open. I know there are some businesses that are closed because they can't get people come work.
I know McDonald's be closing early now.
Yeah, Walmart ain't went back to 24 hours. As far as I know, I won't stay where my son works, but his job closes sometimes because they don't have enough people working there. And I'm okay in a sense of I feel like a lot of people had that time to think and figure something else out versus going to work a 9 to 5. Because even for me, I'm still down at part-time. I haven't gone back to full-time yet, but I found other ways to grab a little income here and there until I can just piece that job all the way the fuck out and not be there at all. But I also went down to full or part-time during 2020. So that was my time to think. And I found stuff to do besides go to work from 8:30 to 5 o'clock every day again. And what's crazy is I leave now and I'll be like, yo, I can't even see myself sitting here till 5 o'clock. Mentally, I can't even do it no more. That's it. I'm out. My brain won't even sit there and allow me to function from 8:30 to 5 anymore. It just can't even be done. I don't know how to do it no more. And I did that for so many years and it did not take long for me to say, yo, I can't do this shit. I just like, it don't make sense to me. It don't compute anymore. Like I found so many other things to do. I go to museums now. I forgot who said it, but like it was Mike, matter of fact. And he was like, we do stuff during retired people hours. Totally different time of day. It's beautiful. Places be empty. I don't be in lines for nothing. The food be fresh. I fucking love it. You'll never see me back at full time unless I'm working for myself. That's just where I'm at. So,
no, for sure.
Yeah. Nope. Can't do it.
I can't relate. I don't do shit all day.
Well, then there it is. You go and do something else all day. It's like I had made this post the other day, and I was like, I was watching The Boys, and that's where I had got the comment from. And he was like, the Bible was at a time where life expectancy was 30 years. And I sit here and I think now, like, if I was only living till 30, I could have kept doing all the shit I was doing and died at that point, because that was like the cutoff point for me when I just had enough. It was like at about 30 when I had to figure out something else to do, because now you're living longer. I'm not about to die behind that desk. I'm not gonna retire from behind that desk. I'm not gonna work till I'm too old to do anything. That's just not my life plan. Thanks to 2020 also. That shit in party for me.
That's a shame. We gotta get you a full-time job.
Um,
We need you in that workforce.
I don't think so.
You're a strong, independent black woman.
I sure am.
You can get out there and be a member of that workforce.
No.
Ain't no y'all fall for this. Y'all fall for that. All throughout the 50s and 60s. Y'all want to get out there and work.
I wasn't born yet.
Well, your people did.
I wasn't born yet. That was a different time where, like, you couldn't even have a bank account just because you was a female. You couldn't file for a divorce just because you was a female. You were talking about different women in a different time. This one was like, I want to go home.
These are y'all's women. These are your ancestral women that fought for the right for y'all to get out there and work those 8 hours.
Exactly the same.
Get out there and work for those 8 hours. Ladies, get out there and work for those 8 hours. You
missed the key part. I'm okay with working 16 hours, just not behind that desk. See, that's the catch-22. I can stay up for 2 days and work on what I want to work on for myself, not for somebody else. There.
Ricky. So you work 16 hour days every day, 5 days?
He never lets me just
16 days, 16 hour days?
If it's doing stuff for myself, that's totally different. That's completely different versus fulfilling somebody else's dreams. Like,
I got 12 hours maximum, and that's on my dream. That's what something I really want to do. That's my jazz. That's me in the studio working on my jazz mixtape.
Oh, here we go.
12 hours.
It will never happen. You know, the day that it does, I will be amazed.
They say when it comes to my jazz.
I said the day that it does.
Jazz mixtape.
I literally say the day that it does, and you still see. Look at that. I actually gave you credit.
Working hard on the jazz flute is a very hard instrument to learn and master. And you just nay, oh, they say, oh, when it comes out, comes out.
Next topic.
Go ahead and talk about your topics.
That was my topic. We literally combined my topic and your topic.
How you gonna combine your topic with my topic?
Because it fit. My topic was how many people or how many jobs are available versus how many people are searching. It fit right in. See? That was my only topic because
that was your only.
I've been so busy. I don't even know what's going on in the world. I gotta be honest. I really am like.
You don't know what's going on in Russia. You don't know what's going on with Putin.
You know what we can talk about? Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Boom. Found one. She ain't win, and I ain't surprised. If anyone has or has not been keeping up, Johnny Depp, what was it? Well, I guess it would be Amber Heard v. Johnny Depp. I don't know. She was suing him for like defamation of character, and apparently she was lying, and she was actually like the abusive one. And honestly, when this case hit social media, and I found out what she was like in court with him for, which was like accusing him of abuse. And I realized the people in the court were laughing at him. I said, girl, that's it. You can't have the person you're accusing of abusing you, and the people in court are laughing and abused by him. And you just, there's no win. Mm-hmm. You can just call it, you can call it a day right there. And then here we are about a month and a half later, and yeah, she lost.
I have no idea what the hell. I just knew they was in court for some shit.
Are you aware?
And now she got to pay like $15 million. I think her net worth is like $2 million. They say she got to pay like $15 million.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, like it's going to be that she was the one that was actually abusive. So that was actually a win for men. I guess you missed out on that celebration and shit.
I mean, shit, it ain't no celebration. Here's the thing, because we've been telling y'all this shit. It's like somebody telling you, like, you know, women be doing like fucked up shit to do, and then don't nobody give a fuck, and then he was like, that shit don't be happening. Like, no, really, females really be doing fucked up shit to niggas and dudes, and y'all don't believe them because, you know, females thrive with females. I just seen a female say.
Let's not go into that one.
I just seen a female say, she was like, I'm a female, so naturally, you know, I usually side with females because it's a female.
I think it's also from a perspective that I'm not saying it's absolutely right, because I just tend to side with whoever's right in the situation. But yeah, it's true. I ain't gonna say it's not.
I mean, let's be honest.
There's a hefty majority.
How many times have females came out and said something, and we was like, "Oh man, that's fucked up," and then a dude would come out and say something, we'd be like, or we'd laugh and make fun of the dude, like, what's his name, Terry Crews. He said he was sexually assaulted, and motherfuckers was like, "Man, your big ass, you was sexually assaulted," and we laughing and joking and making fun of the shit. And Terry Crews was like, "No, nigga, like,
I mean, that is men too. You literally said that in a deep man voice, as though you were speaking for men.
I said what in a deep man voice?
What the reaction to him claiming sexual abuse? So we can't say that part is just women. That'll be men too. A lot of men can't even do stuff without being called gay. Like somebody had a post just because a guy wears pink.
Man, that is crazy.
I see more men calling other men gay just for wearing the color that humans.
It's not even just that, man. Since you brought that up, there's so many guys, yo, that are fake homophobic. Like they're really closeted bi or really closeted gay.
Yeah.
But they don't want to say it because of fear of what someone else will say.
And that's unfortunate.
It's very,
especially in 2022. We actually, since we're on that subject, we're literally in Pride Month right now.
Yeah, I know.
So it's. I think people have a right. First of all, you get a right to be who you are. If you want people to know, if you want people to not know. But I do hate when I see it. It's just so homophobic, and
it's fake homophobic.
It's fake homophobic.
But a lot of times, like for instance, like on my old Facebook page for it got what's it called? Not hacked, but reported.
Mm-hmm.
This girl was on there talking like all type of nasty stuff, man. And she wanted to try this, she wanted to try that. So I commented like just joking, and it was this girl going back and forth. I think it was something along the lines of like, wait, what type of podcast is it?
Just say what you want to say.
Okay,
it's literally
called
the name
Fuck
of the
It.
show, right?
Yeah. But she was on there talking about like eating ass, and dudes was like, man, that shit gay as fuck. I was like, what? So lift my legs up. Put me on all fours.
Oh, Tank got in trouble for that.
And bro, you said what?
Tank got in trouble.
Yeah.
The singer Tank.
Yeah.
He said that niggas like, that nigga gay. And I'm like,
man, look. And bro was on there like, man, bro, you really into that shit? I said, bro, like, yes, I am. Like, I said, but the crazy part is,
discussed that on the show.
Yeah, I'm like, the crazy part is, and I'm gonna be honest, like, straight dudes can do that. Like me, I'm openly bi. Like I don't hide that. But a lot of dudes aren't. Let me not say a lot, but some dudes are closeted, bi, whatever. But the dude commented and said that shit, man. He was like, man, this shit gay as fuck, man. You tripping, bro? No joke. Within 5 minutes, DM me. I'm like, what's up, yo? He's like, what's up, bro? Like,
that's bold and beautiful.
But he did it in the vanish mode thing where like you can't see. Like I can't screenshot what I'm doing. That shit but he had messaged me and like.
I mean, you could still use another phone and take a picture.
First of all, I'm
just saying that's what I'm saying. That's bold.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I don't like I ain't gonna hold you. Like when it comes to dudes that I mess with, like they're like real gay. Like they're gay. Like, So, but yeah, man. So we got to end the homophobia. We got to end the biphobia. We got to end all of that, man. Because shit is real out here, man.
Yeah, and
dudes really killing themselves.
Yeah, and being killed over it too. And that's what I don't understand when it comes to the Black community. Why we're so against it. We shouldn't. We of all people know what it's like for people to not like you just because who you are.
But you know what? It puts us over something. Finally.
Man,
it puts us over something.
That one sin you can't be accused of. that's always my first thought. It's that one sin, if it's not
it's wild, yo. Like how many women will not mess with me? Let me not say so many because I get a lot of women like shit. I want you, but then you get those women that are like, yeah. I'm gonna give y'all an example. Like I had this girl coming to the restaurant, man, to get fries. and she was feeling me like hard, and I was feeling her. I don't ever talk to customers, but I was really rocking with her, man. And, we ended up linking up. Did our 1-2, and she followed me on Instagram. So I don't know why she didn't realize like my sexuality, but she found out after, man. She cussed me out. She was, you can't be, you dig me down like that. Like what the fuck? You ain't gay. I said, I know I'm not gay. She's like, you are gay. I said, okay, whatever you say I am. Shorty, like,
yeah, that's weird, isn't it? As black people are always, from what I can tell, just from conversation with people, they're quick to call people that are bisexual just gay.
Just gay.
Just gay.
But and you know what? I tell a lot of black women, the problem is we have so much, we have so many closeted DL dudes that are either bi or gay because of it's black women. I said, and this is why I feel like that. You can agree to disagree, whatever. This is why I feel like that. When you tell a black woman, she can be. I've had women that feeling the shit. When they see me, oh, you're so cute, you're so this, you're ambitious, you're everything. Oh, you're bi? Ooh, I can't mess with you. But then you'll go mess with a dude with no job, no car, no nothing. He just getting through life. Like he driving your car, everything. But he so-called straight, so it's like you'll accept him.
You know what I find weird is when women have been involved in threesomes, but they are very against like their child being gay. Like that's like the worst thing where they be like, if my child end up gay, they better not tell me or they better not. I think like
doing the thing with the other thing with the thing.
I'm like, so it's cool for you to eat pussy, but if your son is
your son
part.
if your son starts skipping, you all of a sudden you be like, hey, don't be skipping. You be like,
yeah, it's usually the son, and honestly, I can say
you can't have a cooking set. You scared of the cooking.
That was a thing.
It was a thing on Twitter. Like they were really having this debate, yo, and I'm very like if y'all notice, I've been quiet for a lot of topics, but this topic I'm very active on, man, because for real, like with me being openly bi, I deal with a lot, and me being a transgender activist, I deal with a lot. Mm-hmm. It's wild, yo. Like the stuff that the community goes through. As far as transgender women, like a cisgender woman, which is a woman who was born a woman, could see a transgender woman say she's pretty, but as soon as she finds out she's trans, that's a nigga, that's a man. No, bitch, that is a woman. Like I don't care what she was born, that's a woman. Like regardless of surgery or anything else, like they go through a lot to get name changes and surgeries and all that different stuff. But even the ones that don't go get all that stuff, like. That's what they identify as.
See, we're at a time.
What's up, bro?
I got a question.
Okay, well, let me get this out.
Go ahead.
Oh, don't forget the question. To that, I say we're at a time of things still evolve.
For sure.
We just reached a point not that long ago where they made it legal for basically anyone to get married.
For sure.
So I think the further we get, throughout society and shit, we'll get there.
But it's the black community. I don't think
it's society. But I think
community.
A lot of people, I think it's the black community, but I also think it's also based on age. A lot of us didn't grow up in that. A lot of us, especially if depending on the religion you grew up in, you just are against it, and it's only for that reason.
For sure.
So we have to evolve
but again,
into that.
I feel like I can't speak like Terry Crews said, man. I can't speak for outside my race. I can only speak for my race.
For myself.
I feel as though if we in the black community, if we like again, and as black women, I'm not gonna hold you, like for real. And this is why I say that. This brother right here, no offense, bro. When bro can tell me he bi, and you could be like, nigga, you gay. And if you were to say, you know what, I accept you, I still date you, that'll make that brother more comfortable. Mm. You feel what I'm saying? But when black women say, oh yeah, nah, I'm not, I accept you and all, but you can't be my man. Bro, what? Like, and I'm not saying that you gotta date me just because of the fact, I'm bi. Like, but what I will say is this: if I meet your requirements for a man, as a man, and do everything that you want me to do, as a man, like, why does it matter what I did in my past? It's not what I'm doing now. If you want to have threesomes and stuff, we can do that too. But you know, that's. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. So many women out here that want that. Black women that you want to, you know.
Yeah. I've had black females say that, like they want to have a threesome with two dudes. I've known females.
But then what happens though?
Bi dudes though.
See, that's the other thing. For women though, you automatically get accused of just not see. Men get looked at differently.
That's another, because you know what though? Like that's another stuff I seen on Twitter that, you know, a girl will say, I want two dudes. That's a train. It's only a train if it's only a threesome if they're interacting. You get the women to comment like, I do want them to interact. Like I do want to see.
See, that'll be that's the thing. It's like for you when they say, well, it's black women that would have a problem with a man being bisexual, then look at what we got with it. She don't want to talk about it either.
I mean, yeah, but here's the thing.
So nobody finds each other.
It's more easy. It's easier for you to come out as a woman and say you're bi. That nobody's gonna look at you differently and say, "Oh, she ate pussy. I can't mess with her."
I mean, because
women get looked at it different though. Now, see, there's the other flip side to that. Like more men are accepting of that because they want multiple women at the same time, so they're okay with it.
But they don't realize it's a lot of women that are in my inbox on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter that are like, please, like, fly me to Cleveland. Please, I'll fly to Cleveland. I'll fly you out, like, whatever. Like, these women are freaks, yo.
And at the same time, though, I will say to each their own. Some people don't want to date people because they're a certain height. Some people don't want to date people because they're a certain weight. I still feel like there will be more of an acceptance of it the further we get within society, because we will also have more of an understanding of each other too.
Go ahead.
Well, hopefully.
Listen, first off, understand there will never be an acceptance of it.
See?
It's just about, we can look at history. It wasn't accepted as far as, okay, you've never heard anybody talk about the Romans being gay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
history class.
I mean, but okay, so
I heard a lot about it.
But what I'm saying is, nobody was saying when they're coming out with stories about the Romans, we're hearing about them being warriors. You don't hear people talking about like, oh no. Being openly gay was just, cool back then, and we know that they were openly gay. They were openly they were openly engaged in gay acts. When the women said, either stop the war or we're not gonna have sex with y'all, men was like, oh, well, fuck it, we'll fuck each other. And they was like, oh, fuck it, we can fuck each other.
Yeah. I think a lot of people aren't aware, because that's why I said I research stuff differently and I may watch different stuff. So at what point, like, school isn't about to teach you that, especially at the age that we're at. They're not about to talk about gay sex. Let's be. I personally don't know at what age I would be okay with my kid being prepared to have the conversation about gay sex.
And that's the thing, like, I don't feel like that's something that needs to be discussed in school.
Yeah,
I don't feel like
it's how it gets discussed in school. Like, that should be a part of sex education.
For sure.
It is. Have it as a part of sex education.
I feel like we wouldn't have so many black men with HIV and AIDS. But honestly, did you know the percentage of HIV and AIDS is higher among straight people now?
Yeah, so my dad is an HIV/AIDS counselor. So I'm kind of like hip to a lot of things that's going on with it. But I feel like the more he tells me, the more we're also at a state of medication.
Medication is real, man.
And we're just at that point. We're not at the 19. There's one to prevent you from even being able to contact. Yeah. So we just talked. So it's a new day. Sure. It's definitely a new day.
And like you said, it's about acceptance, but it's also about not caring. I'm so solid, like, in myself, that I don't care what room I'm in. Like, y'all see my keychain, like, it's a rainbow keychain. Like, my restaurant was on 123rd. This is out. Like, this is sitting there. Like, people will talk to me like, yo, what's that about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this is this.
But you're comfortable within yourself.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's the plus.
You gotta, as a man or a woman, you gotta say to yourself, I don't care, bro. Like,
I think we started the show with that.
You it honestly makes women love me more, because of the fact I'm so solid in myself that, no matter what anybody says, I'm still a man. Like, you know. Go ahead.
Now, what is your take on transgender in sports? Like the one chick that was like,
I know exactly what you're talking about. The one chick that was
she was like 5,000
swimming. Yeah.
The men, she was 5,000, but she's the number one woman. Yeah. So do you feel like that's okay?
Nah, I don't. I feel as though.
Well, can you define transgender? Because my coworker told me one thing and I didn't look it up. Okay. So once, if you can, okay, I don't know. Yeah. How much can you define transgender? Like, how much is transgender, since that's what we're on from male to female, how much changes within the body?
They, here's the thing for women. I have a lot of transgender friends that are women. And they tell me like those hormones, those are like real like female like hormones. Like they give you, they don't get periods, but they get the experience of cramps and things like that to feel like they have periods. They change their moods like crazy. Like my best friend, which I don't know if she's my best friend as well, something like that. She got a little boyfriend now, but yeah, we just talk. But anyways, with her, I talk to her almost every day, and I can talk to her in the morning. Everything's great. A couple hours later, the fuck you want? Like, what I do?
Is this like a certain time of the month, or is this like a random day?
certain time of the month. And okay. Like she had said, she's like, these hormones kicking my ass.
But you know what? We've had all our lives to adjust to them, though.
For sure. And we were born with some women,
and still ain't got a hold of them.
For sure. And some women don't transition to their 20s. So with you, like cisgender women, you guys have been dealing with that all your lives, like you said. So that's something that they're getting adjusted to. Then you have to deal with acceptance. You have to deal with people in the streets accepting you. So there's a lot that they deal with. But you said to define transgender. Transgender is someone who says, hey, like this is what I identify myself as. Even if you don't get surgeries and all of that, once you might start dressing differently. You might, change your name. You might, talk differently. Things like that. Until you decide, hey, like I want to get surgery. You're still transgender. Like it doesn't matter. Like same thing with like women becoming dudes. Like they cut their hair and do all that different stuff. Obviously you can't take a vagina and make it into a penis, but some dudes that transition into women go ahead and do full transitions like vaginas and all of that. They do it all.
Okay, so it's from what I think I heard, it's how you define yourself.
It's how you define yourself.
Okay.
But to answer B's question, we did kind of skip over that. No, I don't agree with someone. Like right now, I'm 28 years old and I'm a male, and then tomorrow I wake up and say, no, my name not Kavan, my name Caitlin, and I'm a woman, and I just shave all my hair off. I'm a woman. Like no, like, and then I go compete in the WNBA, and I just kick ass. Like that's not how that works. I feel like in a situation like that, you need to be on hormones for at least 2 years before you're able to say, I'm really transitioned, because that's what does, like, the hormones is what makes you from male to female, and it's the same thing with men, like, or, women going into being men, like testosterone pills and stuff like that. That's what, I feel like that's what makes them, actual men, so,
Now, are they getting weaker? Because
are transgender women getting weaker?
Yeah, yes. Because the problem is, like the MMA fighter,
right,
beating the fuck out of you, and I'm just over here like, you trained as a man for how many years, and even if you're taking these hormone pills, you still have strength.
No, and that's the thing. They get weaker, but it takes time. It depends on how long you're on the pills.
How long? And see, that's why I'm glad I asked you to define things, because the conversation we had before, we kind of ended it at, we don't know what the resolution is. But because of you saying that, then a good way to have a resolution of that is you need to be on those hormones for a certain amount of time. So there is a fix, because I'm not one to say I feel like it should just be a completely different sport. Especially, that's why I asked you to define it as best you could, especially after hearing what you said, because that's kind of what my coworker was saying of how much a person can change. Now, I'm guessing based off of the conversation you said of being this is stupid, this person that we were talking about wasn't on hormones as long. Now, what my coworker was saying made sense. It just didn't apply to this situation. And I mean, I don't compete anymore because as a female, that was my response. Don't have me go all my life training as a female, and then I get here and you like, no, you got to go against this guy. That's where I had an issue. Just as being a female. Wait, I wasn't ready. Like, hold on. Nobody told me this was about to happen. This is literally not what I trained for all this time. So that was kick her ass. Right. Now you want come on. You gotta let me know, back when I started training. So that was personally my issue with it. I'm glad you did give that that answer, and we are actually right at our 1 hour mark. Boom, just like that. We made it through. Thank you for tuning in live. Go ahead and get your information out there.
K Smith for your fries only. K Smith CLE on Instagram, Twitter, and for your fries COFOR. Your fries CO on Instagram and Twitter.
Again, I'm BLK Pepper Bots.
And of course, this is my show. That's why I'm always going last. So y'all can understand whose show it is.
No, that's because I watch the clock, so I'm
Maserati.
When they're in the show.
It's the Maserati show. The Maserati
Sponsored by
show.
Peace of Mind Protection. Oh, thank you for letting me get that out there. Sponsored by Peace of Mind Protection. Please check them out. We had the conversation, I think last week. Women can just go buy some stuff and get yourself protected. We gotta get like a real commercial or something for
Hey,
her.
you know what? You should let me tase you on camera to see if the products work.
It's actually for mostly for women. I'm not about to say it's like just for women, but she makes like the tasers that look like they're like lipsticks and things like that. So that is her.
What about tasers for men that looks like, I don't know, chapstick?
I mean, she just started. Hold on. Let the women go first for once.
Now I get robbed and shit.
Most of these things are made for women to protect themselves against men. All right, again. BLK Pepper Pots, and yeah, just say fuck it. All right, we're out.